Hello, and welcome back to another MarioTube 2 commentary by your host, MarioTube 2. And whoa, whoa. My last video somehow hit the YouTube algorithm. Okay, I'm not gonna say somehow, I know how it happened. Because, like, Mario Kart gaming, Mario Kart popular game. So when people see Mario Kart video, they click on it and they get views and subscribers. Whoa. Other videos in the past that I've made has like got like some views from that algorithm because of YouTube, if that makes sense. But I wasn't expecting to get like 2,000 views, like currently. Thank you to everyone who liked it, who subscribed. I went from like 12 subscribers to 62 in less than a week, which is it's weird. It's weird because like I can't know the last time. The last time I was at like 60 subscribers was in like years. I can't know the last time like I was hyped at getting to like a double digit subscriber count, because for like the longest time I've been in like the hundreds or if not thousands. But genuinely, thank you for listening. I'm sure most of you did not watch the full thing. Me yapping, as someone said in the comments, does definitely get boring. But you know what? That's what this channel was made to do. It was made for me to ramble and nothing else. Ramble over shitty gameplay. That's my motto. Anyway, first topic as usual, the gameplay. You know, because the last commentary was kind of nostalgic with it being Mario Kart Wii, a game I'm very nostalgic for, one of my favorite games of all time. I thought, let's keep it classic. Let's play some original Minecraft Xbox 360 edition. It's like one of the 2012 versions. Real old, doesn't even have hunger in it yet, but there's not like sprinting in the game. But playing these old Minecraft versions is so therapeutic to me. It's just so like nostalgic, first of all, because when I was younger, I really wanted to play these versions, but unfortunately, I only had the Pocket Edition, and then in 2014, I got the PS3 edition. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, but enough about the boring shit. Let's get into the main topics. Let's go. Starting off with 96. 96%. That is how complete the year. I saw a tweet saying 2023 is 96% complete, and I was just like, huh? I don't. The thing is with me, as I mentioned this in my last commentary, my concept of time just fucked up for some reason this year, and it actually blew my mind how like this year is damn near over. Next week, this year is over. Next week is done, over, done. Like, it doesn't even feel like December. I saw this other tweet. I used to it a lot. I saw this tweet of like just like a heavy amount of snow just raining, and I was just like, when was the last time it really snowed like this where I live in England? Dude, yesterday it looked like summer outside. Why is the sun out in December? It's fucking crazy how fast time has gone. It feels like ever since 2019, every single year has been getting faster and faster and faster, to the point of where a year doesn't even feel like a year anymore. It has not felt like 12 months. It has not felt like 12 months this year. Not at all. But let's do some reflecting, How was this year? How was 2023? I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, how was this year for me? Because I might as well talk about this now, because next week I'm gonna be talking about Christmas probably, and I don't want to end off my commentary this year with just like, some deep topic like this. So this is the week we're doing it. But yeah, I was thinking about how was this year for me, and overall, it was, I wouldn't say like fantastic. It wasn't like amazing, but it was more eye opening. A lot happened to me this year. A lot in relationships, in mindset, in just everything really. And also, it was just naturally a better year because 2022, although I seemed happy, I was at my lowest that year. I just don't vent to people. That's cringe. But overall, yeah, a pretty great year, pretty good year. Obviously, it was gonna be a impactful year. First year of college. How could your first year of college not be like an impactful year for you? You're finally out of high school. You're on the next stage of life. And again, I just met a lot of new people this year that I'm actually really glad I met. I'm really happy that I met. My talents have skyrocketed. Beforehand, I thought I was good at some things, but this year I just really tried getting better at skills that I was planning to with my New Year's resolution. Which is interesting is that apparently, like, after January, a lot of people's New Year's resolutions just like die out because they're like, oh, again, I said it last time, oh, I'm gonna do this, but you don't do it. But no, for my New Year's resolutions, I stuck to my grounds, kind of unknowingly. I haven't checked it out in like months, and then I checked it, and I was like, wow, I actually did everything I wanted to do this year. That's actually pretty good. Just to name some of that I wanted to do. I wanted to get more healthier, go out more. I wanted to meet more people. I want in terms of hobbies, there's just like animation, editing, skills in art, reading more, writing more, learn a new language. I learned Russian. Domble yuta mi mezevod moyo tuptu kagzilla. Getting into college with the course I wanted to, which I got, thankfully. And yeah, overall, this was actually a pretty good year. But with that, I want to talk about something that came up in my mind recently as well. So before we get to the future, let's talk about the past. Now, the past is important to everyone. I believe that your own history, as in like your own life, is very important. That's why I don't fuck with people who like delete parts of their history or like try to like ignore it. I think every single year you can learn a lesson from what you did that year, how you can improve on your life because of that. But I'm talking more about the past itself and the memories you have of it. Just like the footage you're watching right now, it to some people watching this, it might be very nostalgic. You might remember being a kid in the early to mid 2010s, playing Minecraft and with your friends on Xbox Live or PSN. You know, they'll come over to your house, you get the controller. One of them was like a shitty controller that you didn't want. It was like dirty and shit. But nonetheless, you and your friends would just have an amazing time hanging out with each other. And because when you were younger, there's just no real conflict. Unless you got bullied like a loser. But anyways, I always think about this question that it creates more questions within the question than answers. And I want everyone who's watching to actually answer the question themselves. But let me speak first. Would you go back to a certain year that you're very fond of? It'd be way easier if I could just say the year I want to. So for me, there's always questions of, would you go back to 2016? And you may be asking why 2016? And I think for me and a lot of other people, 2016 was there was just something about that year. And I know it was chaos. The year was chaos. I love 2016 because it was chaos. That year was so, just everything was going on that year. It feels like that year, everyone has such great memories of it because they're either in their teen years or they were doing their best years of childhood. And for me, I was in my best years of childhood. And you get so many great and happy memories thinking about 2016 and other years. For me, 2011 to 2016 are just years that just I hold deeply to my heart. It's just like, it's so beautiful looking back at those years just when I was just like an innocent child that just did random shit. And now a teenager that does random shit on YouTube. But again, the question, would you go back to 2016? I was going to use that as an example. See, I was thinking about the question, I was like, on a surface level, I was like, oh yeah, of course I'll go back to 2016. I'll be happy forever, basically. But then I really started thinking about it. And everything because a lot of people just say, oh, I'll go back to that year because I was happy then. But they don't think about what, like, you miss out on. It's hard to explain, like, my thought process. Because, again, this question created a lot more questions than answers in my head. Like, if you go back to 2016, let's say you're stuck there forever. Like, it's like Gravity Falls. Summer never ends. But, to make it interesting, while you're in 2016, you'll still remember every year that comes after that. So you'll know what will happen in the future, but you know you can't go to it. My question is, would you still go back to that year, though? Would you still go back to 2016? Because for me, when I think about it, again, I'm like, on a surface level, I'm like, oh yes, I would love to go back to 2016 and live happy as a 10-year-old again. But I really think about it. There's so many people I met in the years after that changed my life so much that I would unironically deeply miss. In 2018, I met so many people. In 2019, I met so many people. 2020, 2021, every single year, except maybe like 2022. There was some people in 2022. But damn near every single year, I met new people and learned new things in life that I feel like if I were to be stuck in a year of the past, although I would be happy, if I knew what was coming in the future, I think I would want to go to the present. I think I would. Because like, when I think about it, even if it's just like a friend's, the environment, and like the overall like world's out at the time, if I went back to like 2015, 16, I'll be stuck in elementary, primary school forever basically. My only friends would really be like my school friends who are like 12, 10 people. I mean, like they were your best friends, but still. And then like online, this is when 2016 was when I started getting online more, which is why I also have a lot of memories of that. Skype. Yo, girl, what's your Skype number? And for video games, I just be on my Wii U basically, and like nothing else. Maybe my PS3, but by like 2016, I wasn't even on my PS3. My PS3 days were like 2013 to like 2015. After that, I kind of stopped using it. But again, you have so much great memories of still being a kid from that time period. It's just the fact that would I want to really go back to it and just stay there forever? And if the question is like, okay, let's say hypothetically, you go back to 2016, but you just start from there, and then it goes on to 17, 18, 19, you just do it all over again. I don't want to do that. I don't want I don't want to go through like I don't want to go through like those years again. I want to go like if I go back to 2016 and we start there. I don't want to go through 2017. That was the cringiest year ever. 2018 with all like the weird memes. 19, 20, 21. Like go for a pandemic again. You get what I mean with this question? Maybe I'm taking the question like way too literally. I'm thinking way too deep about it, but I don't know. It came up in my mind. I was like, I just wonder, like, would I really want to go back to a certain year and then start over, or even go back to a year and just stay there forever? Would I want to do that, or is it just like rose tinted glasses because it's just nostalgia? If you got this far, which is shocking, because if you heard me ramble for 11 minutes and 24 seconds, that is shocking. But if you have got this far, tell me what you think. Would you go back to a certain year? Like what year is like special to you that you wish you could like either revisit for a time being or even like straight up just go straight back to forever? Other than like 2016, it'll probably be 2013 as well. But that's when I was like really young. I was like 7 in 2013. But still, again, childhood is just like my childhood was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Not to mention, even though it won't be 2016 ever again, which is kind of hurts my heart. It's not like you can like just like not try relive it in current day. Like if I even wanted to go back to 2016, I could just watch YouTube videos I watched from back then. I could just play video games I played from back then. I know it won't feel the same, but you guys know when you play a game and you get like nostalgia of it. You remember being a kid playing that game and it makes you happy. Like playing, doing things that's nostalgic to you brings you joy like automatically. So if you really wanted to go back to a certain year, your inner child will just come out the second you remind yourself of that certain year via doing something. Whether it be again playing a video game, playing old music. For me, when I play like any music for like 2008 to like 2016, it's just like takes you back immediately. When you're at the back of the car, just listen to like fucking radio pop music on the way home. But yeah, I'm gonna repeat myself a lot because I'm bad at talking. But what would you do? Would you go back to a certain year? What was your favorite like year of childhood, if not just ever? If I had to give this year 2023 like a kind of like tier list rating, it'll probably be like an A or B. Okay, this was a pretty solid year for me. I actually quite liked it. Like looking back at everything. But let's talk about the scary thing now, the future. Yeah, people are scared for the futures. I am not at all. The thing is, people who online who say like they're scared of the future, they're like 24 years old, and the reason why like they're scared for the future is because they spend the last like 5 years like out of high school doing fucking nothing. Good thing about me, the one reason why I like being young is that I can learn from the people who are older than me, so then I can learn how to do things better. I see people on sometimes I see people on Twitter wasting their life away just like watching TV shows like fucking cartoons like Bluey, and it inspires me. It inspires me to actually be productive in life and actually like try do stuff that is worthwhile. Try and expand my skills and everything. I could say, oh, in 2024, I'm gonna get better at everything I'm gonna do, but I was gonna do that anyway. I don't even need to like write that down as a New Year's resolution. That's what you're meant to do. Every year, you're meant to get better and better at something. You're not meant to quit. Even if you think, oh, I can't do this at all, I have no talent in this, you guys gotta keep trying and trying. And eventually, it'll work out. Practice, I hate saying practice makes perfect. That's some, like, 5-year-old bullshit. But it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Maybe not perfect, but at least, like, 80%. Honestly, like, people really... I hope everyone listening to this, like, gets ready for next year. I feel like every single year, you should have not one goal, multiple goals. Maybe because, for me, I have like 50 different hobbies at this point, so I'm very versatile. But like you should just make sure you have something ready for the year. And don't just say, don't write down in your notes, New Year's resolutions 2024, and then leave that note lying away. And then just like, you try do your New Year's resolution, you try play guitar, and then you're like, yeah, I'm not good at this. And then you like sell it on eBay. Like, come on. I can tell you, I can tell you from my own experience, this and the past few years, trying something new is always painful at the start. It is always painful. Unless it's like unbelievably simple or you're just like smart, it is always difficult to start doing what you want to do. Sometimes you gotta wait for it. Sometimes you're just not ready, you know? You either don't have like the equipment for it or you're just not like mentally prepared. I wanted to make, for example, I wanted to make video essays since 2019, but I never got around to it because I never had the software available. But guess what? In 2021, 2022, I finally got around to doing it. And guess what? I didn't just get happy and then like, oh, if I do this and stop. No, I made sure that I make my past self happy by actually fulfilling that dream that he wanted. Instead of just editing an iMovie, I moved on to Premiere then, and then I just kept getting better and better at Premiere. Same with animation. My dream job, my dream job as a kid was to be an animator, and I know my brother asked me like, how did you end up being so creative in the first place? And for me, it stemmed from curiosity of all things. It was never like oh, he just naturally started drawing or stuff. No, I used to watch TV shows, and I was one of those kids who were like, I wonder how that show was made. So then I searched up how it was made, and it was made in like Macromedia Flash 8. And then I was like, oh, this show I like was made in this program. When I get older, I want to use this program so I can get good at animation too. And that's pretty much it. Like when I was like 11 years old, I wanted to work at Cartoon Network Studios, and although animation isn't like my main thing anymore, I still animate, still try to, and practice obviously, but it's not on the top of my to-do list. I still make an effort to animate every once in a while because I know like 6 to 11-year-old me really wanted to be an animator, and I know he would really want that to become real one day. He saw visions of me as an adult making the coolest fucking animations in the world, and I want to make that version of me happy, you know? Even if you think like for a few years you're not good at this passion and you probably won't ever be good at it. Again, like I don't believe in like giving up on like a full thing. You can postpone it. I don't mind postponing it. You can like take a break from it and then come back to it later down the road when you feel like it. But for like completely quitting it, it's just wasted potential. It really is. You need to encourage yourself to do what you want to do. If you want to be like a footballer, keep practicing. Just keep going and going, man. I repeat myself like every single time. Want to be a musician? Keep making music. Want to be a writer? Keep writing. Keep reading. Keep animating. Keep editing. Keep like shooting video. Just keep doing what you want to do, and then eventually one day it will click and you will be successful at it. Again, the goal. Jay-Z said this. I hate using a rapper as a reference, but Jay-Z said this. He said the goal in life is not to be rich and famous. That is not the goal in life. Your goal in life should be that if you have a talent or a skill, you're meant to take that talent or skill and run with it for the rest of your life. Run with it. If people appreciate and acknowledge your writing skills, you're meant to not don't become like a freaking Twitch streamer or some shit. You could do it on the side obviously, but your main thing, if you're really good at writing, become a journalist, become a writer, books, like write books or something. Because ultimately, if you're talented in something, you probably have a passion for it. You probably do. So take that skill and make it the center point of your life, of your career. If you're a upcoming artist, like don't just work in like a 9 to 5 like office cubicle. Like try your whole life to get better better at art, and just like keep going and going. Again, it's just a motivational thing. Just keep pushing yourself and going until you eventually reach the flagpole. I don't know why I use Mario as a reference, but fuck it, just go with it. Obviously, stating the obvious, really, but don't overwork yourself. If you get burned out, you just won't do anything. Be patient, take your time with it, but again, just make sure you're always putting in the effort. If you're burned out, take like a day or two off, maybe even more if you need it. If you're feeling low, get high, not off drugs, but just make yourself happier somehow. You know what you like. And if you're a Christian like me, pray to God that everything goes well. And I know that there might be one person watching. I don't know who's actually gonna watch this. I don't know if people actually subscribed because they wanted to, or just because they're like, oh, this is cool. I hope he makes more Mario Kart Wii videos. But um, for people who say I have no talents, I have nothing interesting about me, I'm just a sack of nothing who just sits on my bed all day and watches anime and cries. There is something for you. There is a talent that you have that you just not have recognized yet. And again, I know that's like some generic ass like counter dialogue shit, but it's ultimately true. Everyone can get skilled at something. You really can. You can't say you're talentless, and everyone has a talent. You just don't. I repeat myself way too often. It's just about experimenting. If I'm being honest with you, um, a lot of people get fixed in that mindset of I need to be this now, and they don't become it because either they don't try enough to become it, or they're just not good at it. They don't practice enough. And again, it's like the oh, I want to be rich and famous, but like people who say I want to be rich and famous, they don't say what by though. Like how will you become rich and famous? They just say I will be, but like there's no coordination. My advice, I guess I'm a therapist. Just experiment. Just find different types of hobbies, and eventually one will like hit the target, and you'll probably find more enjoyment in doing it over time. Maybe not at the start, because again, when you start something new, it's probably going to be difficult depending on like what it is. But hey, you know what? It might even be unexpected. When I was younger, again, I was all on animation. That's what I wanted to do. I never even thought about being like a photographer at all. But that's actually one of the more like hobbies actually like I'm really invested in these days. It's just fun. Same with graphic design. It all boils down to how you want to live your life, how you want to like get better and better at everything you want to be good at, getting good at stuff and experimenting with new things every once in a while to see if it sticks, if it doesn't stick, what you can do to make it better and better. You know, it's just how life is. Maybe asking why is he like giving this shitty motivational advice, and there's no real reason. I just don't like seeing people fail in life. That's all. Like you know damn well deep in your heart you have the opportunity to be like the biggest thing in the world. You just gotta have that confidence, man. You just need confidence, like Kanye, but without the. Anyways, that was long. Other than that, I found another song. We're just back on regular topics now. I found a lost song from my favorite artist, Trolley Cat. It's called Just Two of Us. I've been looping it for the past day on repeat. I love that song so much. And the channels. My main channel, video, hopefully by the end of the year. I want another video out in December, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna edit it more later today. Second channel is in purgatory, as it usually is, and so is the third channel. Obviously upload soon, but again, college takes up all your time. Like, it's shocking. I didn't think college would take up so much time, but it really does. It really does. But you know what? I'm off of college now, so I have time to work on my stuff. Other than that, again, thank you so much for everyone who like subscribed and watched my last video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next week.